Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Streamer Nexus podcast. We're back with our guest, ThySlaughterBros. This will be our 8th episode. And Slaughter, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Man, I always hate that because I don't know how to properly always introduce myself. Like I never know what to say. But I guess one thing is sorry about the picture there, not having my face on there, but I guess it is my face. Um, I really don't know what to say. I'm really bad with intros. Besides saying that, I mean, I'm just a guy. I'm just a streamer, I guess. I don't know. Like I'm really bad at intros. Honestly, this like introductions are always kind of my weakness. You know, unless it's like a job interview, then I kind of know what to say. But I don't know what to say.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's talk about when did you first start streaming? How did that come about?
Uh, well, I had tuberculosis. I was diagnosed with tuberculosis around maybe 2012,
Uh-huh.
around there. And so when I was diagnosed with that, I was put into isolation and quarantine for about 6 months. About a month of it, I was like, yeah, I really like this. I don't have to work, and et cetera, et cetera. It was nice, it was cool. And then I started getting really kind of lonely because I only really saw my nurse like only like twice a day.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, like I don't know, my friend kind of was the one who introduced me to Twitch. He's like, oh, you should go on here and watch these people play games. And it was awesome. I mean, I went on there. I think the first person I got to honestly watch was Ammunition, and I
Uh-huh.
think during this time, I think she was doing something with Minecraft. I think it's Minecraft tournament. I don't quite remember, but yeah, she was really funny, and so was her chat, and like that got me to just want to kind of stream and maybe meet people, kind of just talk and play with new people, because I mean, that's all I was able to do. I mean, I couldn't go outside. I could look out the window like a pet, and I was just like, man, this is what they feel like now. And I mean, that's kind of how I started. I've been streaming for 4 years, almost going on 5.
That's
And
good.
yeah, I mean, it's good.
Wow, man. That sounds kind of scary too.
At first, it really was. Like when I was diagnosed with it, I had already fainted at work because of it.
Uh-huh.
I had walked around with it for about a year and a half, maybe
Golly.
a little bit maybe a little bit less than a year and a half, but maybe. Um, so I used to weigh 285 pounds,
Uh-huh.
and currently now I still weigh like about 170, 180, I think, barely. And like it basically took a toll on me. I became pale. It was hard for me to digest anything. It made me feel nauseous. I had night sweats. I started sleeping about 12 hours a day. Um, and it was just bad. I mean, at first, I tried to take any meds I could, and some of the stuff worked. Dayquil, Robitussin, work a day, 2 days, and after that, it's just after I've walked around for so long, I had it for so long that it finally got to me. Like I lost all this weight, and I finally fainted at work. That's when I ended up woke up in the hospital, and everybody had these masks on, and they had this like air purifier thing
Oh,
going through,
no.
and I was like, it was like the weirdest thing, man.
Yeah.
And from there, they just told me like, hey, you have TB. I didn't know what that was, and
Yeah.
they told me everything about it, and the doctor told me I could have died from malnourishment, really, because that was one of the main things. In the end, I could have just gone into a coma, just sleeping that for that long. I could have just gone into a coma, and my body would have just ate itself
Oh my
in the end.
gosh. That's terrifying, but it's really cool that you like turn that into something good, essentially.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, they still told me everything about it afterwards. And I mean, the awesome part about it is like, hey, I cheated the system. I didn't need to work out to lose all this weight.
That
I was like, heck yeah. And then I'm just like, oh,
was a heck of a
I almost,
shortcut.
right? I was like, dude, I almost lost 160 pounds just alone. So, but I try to do my best with it. For the reason that I guess like now I've kind of seen kind of the lonely road, kind of like that little loneliness of like life, when you go even just a month without talking with anybody, how black of a hole life seemed to be. Like
Oh yeah.
even if you wish, like everybody does, everybody wishes they don't have to go to work tomorrow. Everybody wishes, oh, I don't want to be there. I don't want to work. It just that was me for some point. I didn't like my job, and then that was me. And then like as soon as I got put into that, it just the people you talk to, even at work, even the ones that annoy you,
Yeah.
feel that part of your life with some sort of humanity and some sort of like feeling to it. you
True.
know. And from there, I've kind of tried to look at it another way. I've tried to always help somebody or anybody that felt kind of alone, as I have.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good thing to do. So what brought it around to where you decide that, oh, I should stream? Was it just inspiration from others?
It honestly it was inspiration from others. It really was. Um, I kind of want to try it. I don't know. I want to try it. I want to see where I can go with it. It was just a bunch of upgrading from there on out, really. And it was like I started streaming through console, started streaming through PS4,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of Destiny, a little bit of Evolve. I remember those were like my main two games that I played. And then from there, I stopped streaming for a little bit because I ended up working 2, 3 jobs after I was finally done with everything. After everything, there was still this little bit of drama. Then I continued to stream. I think I started streaming like some GTA Siege as well. I think kind of when it first came out. And I forgot what else. I forgot what else I streamed, but it was. I just wanted to see how far I can go with it. And you know, at first it was really slow. At first, there was still nobody there, but I still had the feeling someone would come watch, and I kind of just kept going from there. And one day one day I decided to play Resident Evil 6 with a friend of mine, and
Uh-huh.
we did like the extreme difficulty. We did like the super hard mode and everything. And man, from there, like when it was remastered for PS4, man, I had 80 views. There was people talking and
Oh
following, and I
man.
was just like, oh my god. Like we were doing this thing. Everybody was like, man, I can't believe you just passed that mission. It's like, oh, everyone was kind of trying to help out and what to do. This thing, it was the hardest thing to do. We went and finished 3 campaigns, I think, out of 5. It was like the best thing. Same thing. The next day had 50 viewers, 100, and I was just like, man, holy crap.
Yeah.
It felt good. It felt awesome. There was just that moment of happiness. You're just like, holy crap. Like you I guess you can do it. I guess you can do those things, which is that everyone can do. Everyone can stream and can have people come on in and say hi and just kind of chat with you.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of still keeps me going today.
That's amazing. That's really cool. Hey, everyone, welcome. Everyone that's in the chat there. Seven Lovely Days, Cat Ferrum, El Taco Justice, DVD Trapped. I'm Joey Cruz, the Assassin. Appreciate all the hosts and follows and everything.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We're here with ThySlaughterBros. Give us a little short introduction about himself there. So let's talk a little bit about some of the games you like to play. What are some of the ones you enjoy on and off stream?
Honestly, I enjoy a lot of like strategy games. I enjoy a lot of like RTS games. The ones I play on stream, I mostly when I'm streaming, I'm mostly play with my friends. I'm mostly playing Siege, League. I've been playing Maple Story recently, so I've also been playing that with friends.
Yeah.
Um, but honestly, I think Siege right now, I'm trying to go competitive in that. We have a team growing. I believe we finally have a full roster, so we've been doing that. We've been, playing against other teams and seeing how we're doing. And soon we're gonna join a tournament and see how we do with that. Practice a little bit more. And I mean that's what I've been doing. But off stream, really, I love playing Total War. I love playing Fall, Fallout Tactics. Fallout. Let me see here. I think it's like one of the very old Fallout's,
Oh,
like
yeah, that
back in
was a
like
really good one.
2008 or something like that. 2005 maybe. I don't even remember. This thing was like old, but it's just games like those, like really just like where I can control my troops. Warhammer.
Yeah.
Man, I love playing all of that. I don't know why. I mean, my mindset, honestly, this has been me. Even though I'd love to stream those games,
Uh-huh.
my mindset for that, and I mean, everyone's different. I try to stream something that would give people, something funny, something to laugh about. It's something to kind of just, keep looking at.
Right.
For me, it's kind of hard to like stream games like Total War or 40K because sometimes I'm going back to the old ones and like there's nobody watching for the older ones, so I'm
Yeah.
always like, well, I can just play this. I can just play this later on in my time. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Um, but it's like I enjoy a lot of those games. I enjoy playing anything really.
Mm-hmm. That's really
But
cool.
I don't know. I think I got addicted to multiplayer games a lot though.
I think
I just I
so.
just I love playing with friends. I used to love playing single player games all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I love playing with friends. If there's like a chance, we're like, say 5 minutes, say I just get off playing Maple Story, and then my friend's like, "Hey, you want to play more Maple Story?" I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, why not? I just got on 5 minutes. Yeah, let's go play. Yeah, and once again, that just comes from like that like void of like that time I just felt lonely. It just
Yeah.
it kind of hit me a lot to where now I'm just it doesn't matter who I play with. I'll play anything with you
Now
guys.
you
I'll
just
play
want to
anything. Yeah.
connect, I think. Yeah.
Pretty much. I feel
That's
like honestly, personally, it's kind of hurt me a lot.
mm,
Um, like I feel like it's hurt me a lot because I feel like from that I kind of gain like a feeling, or if I'm not kind of playing with somebody, and there's days where I don't feel like this, but there's days where like I wake up and it just feels like, man, I'm kind of by myself still. Like it just like I don't know how to describe it. Like it just this feeling like where I just still feel alone.
yeah,
Like
it
it's a
just kind of
weird
creeps
feeling,
in on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just
I definitely feel that.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone has any questions in the chat, feel free to work those in, and we'll get to them as we go. Uh, Tell us a little bit about how you came up with your username.
Well, at first it was originally that I slaughter you. I've
Yeah.
had that. I don't even know how I even came up with that. I just felt going a little old school with die, and then I just put slaughter in there because I'm like, hey, I'm wrecking people in whatever multiplayers I want to recommend, and I just put you. But then I switched it to that ThySlaughterBros later on because before I was the only one streaming. Um, I had a friend who came up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, he streamed for a while. He still streams today. Um, he came up to me and he asked, like, honestly, it's taken so slow to stream, so slow to build views and all this stuff." And he asked me, and he's like, "Do you mind if I like stream with you on your channel, stuff like that?" And I was okay with it. I was okay because he wanted to kind of experience how it felt with getting like followers, getting like subs and all that stuff, and he wanted to kind of feel that. And he did that for some time. I think for 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of 3 months. And he's a cool guy. He was a really cool friend of mine. And so yeah, I decided to change it because I'm like, yeah, why not? Kind of just make it like like a partnership kind of thing, between us two. So I did that. And then my little brother streamed on it for some time whenever he had time during the summer. So I'm like, hey, it even works even more because now even my little brother's streaming on it when I'm not streaming. So
Yeah.
heck yeah. But then my little brother stopped streaming, and my friend decided, hey, you know what? It was great inspiration. Everyone's kind of helped me out. I'm gonna go back to my channel, learn from what I learned from yours channel. What to do, kind of set up commands, all that stuff. And I'll go back to my channel, and everything worked out pretty well. Everything was good. Except now I can't change it back to that slaughter you because somebody else took it. So
Oh
I'm
no.
really mad. Yeah, I'm really mad.
And you
Yeah,
gotta
so
wait for someone to vacate the name
exactly. Now it's gonna take a
and for it to
year.
be inactive. Well, tell us about some of your emotes. We have one right here.
um, this one I got because during I guess when I met a lot of people, everyone just kept using that hey. And, I'm just like, we should just put my face on there. Just one day we should just go and slap my face on that. So then we did. We actually ended up doing that. That around the time affiliate came by. So then finally we ended up doing that.
Uh-huh.
We have the one of my girlfriend. I guess we call it the Slaughter Stalker because every now and then she just kind of lurks by and kind of just watches me play a game, and she's just kind of like literally just kind of just doing that. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, "Play the game." And she's always wondering, "What am I playing?" So I'm like, "What are you doing?" So
That's
I ended up
awesome.
having one for her. I'm like, why not? We have to.
That's
And
cute.
so now people use that whenever they lurk, which is kind of hilarious.
I
And
like that.
then
Mhm.
my third one, I don't know. Someone captured my face doing this. I don't know how, but someone captured my face and they're like, "Hey, put this as your next emote." And we made a bet. I lost the bet, so I put the emote. Um, And there you go. There's that one. That one comes from like a bet and stuff like that. So that's the funny thing. We just kind of have that. We're like, yeah, why not? Okay. So, but I mean, that's a little bit about my emotes. I mean, nothing. I feel like nothing too impressive. A lot of people I've met, man, they have like awesome stories or they had awesome ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's really cool. I really like everyone's inspiration and thoughts of like all these emotes. You know,
Yeah.
because at first everyone used a Game Whisper, BTTV. It was
Mm-hmm.
awesome. You know, the ideas everyone used.
Yeah. Well, you got your own story with your emotes. I like them. I think they're really cool.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks. What about your emotes? How'd you just what was the idea between your emotes?
Okay, well, the first one is just the Aaron Shock, which is that one, which is just me going, like that Van Gogh painting where the guy's all like, he's all surprised or whatever, and they made
Yeah.
that into, and I use that emote all the time, like when I was texting and stuff, and I was like, well, why don't we just do one with my face on it? Like, just go and do that, and it works great, like when we're raiding or if something surprising happens in a game or whatever weird stuff happens, like that emote to me is like so universal, like you can use it anywhere for anything.
Yeah, true.
And then the second one is just my dog Presley. This is my tier 2 right here, and that's him. He's a real companion, so he's like an important part of the stream. Anytime he comes by, I just like try to catch him on camera and pet him and talk to him and see if he'll bark at the stream or something.
See, I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I try to bring my cats, and they always do it when I'm not streaming. But when I'm
Yeah.
streaming, they're like, nope.
No,
Yeah,
it's like they
I like try
know.
to.
They see the like my dog sees the camera and he knows that my phone has a camera and he's like, "Nope, now you're not going to exploit me for views." He looks away
Exactly.
or he like leaves or something.
It's a funny thing.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
man.
really smart. And then I got
Uh,
a rage emote here. That's my tier 3. I couldn't really think of anything else, and I figure since I rage a lot when I play multiplayer stuff, or even if I get frustrated at single player, I got a little bit of steam coming out of my ears there.
that's funny. Now, did you get carpool from raging? Like, is that what happened? Kind of, you're playing a little too much. You're playing too aggressive. That you end up getting some carpal tunnel on your wrist. Is that what happened, Aaron?
It was literally as soon as I got my gaming PC. I got it in March, and then probably by April, because I was playing Destiny like 6 hours a day, the right hand, the mouse hand, I didn't have it sitting on like a pad or a towel or anything, so my wrist was laying on the desk, which they say is really bad, and then it gets your hand like this instead of straight like that. That's how you need to have it while you're playing
Yeah.
computer games. And so I was having it like this because it was sitting on the desk and then it was on the mouse like that. And so basically the back of the hand here started going numb, and I think we've only just now started like getting some relief from that.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Honestly, so ever since you posted about that on the Streamer Nexus about like stuff you can do, I've honestly done a lot of those stuff myself.
Yeah.
I decided to put a towel under there because there was some times I felt it. It kind of my arm felt or my hand felt a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, okay, maybe I think I should go ahead and start doing that. So yeah, I mean, thanks. Honestly, thank you. I mean, sorry to hear that it happened, but I mean, thank you
It's
for
terrible, but
posting
it's
that for
it's
streamer
taught all of us
awareness.
something. Yeah.
Of course.
And those exercises, preventive things you can do, like just putting a towel there, doing little exercises, just like stretching and stuff before
Hmm.
you play. Um, there's like all this weightlifting stuff you can do for your wrists as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's also because I play guitar a lot too for work and everything, and so that really cut into my work because the doctors were like, "Yeah, you need to just not do anything," and I was like, "But I'm a streamer on Twitch. I'm a guitar player. I play at church. Like the whole church will turn on me if I don't play. Like if I'm just standing up there directing, they're gonna be like, "Why are we paying this guy?" Uh,
Right.
so yeah, I mean everything could have gone like seriously wrong. So it's very important to take care of yourself from that angle.
Of course, of course. And honestly, there's some days I'm just like really lazy because I go on walks in the morning, and especially now since it's gotten cold, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay inside.
I know.
So it
I have the
sucks.
same problem, and I've been trying to start going to the gym, and I'm just like, it's a little cold this morning. I better not go. You know, is it?
Man, I feel the same way.
I
I'm
just
just like,
stay
man,
home, have some coffee, maybe stream a game for a few hours, and then like 12 hours go by, and then
you're like, oh crap,
you end
I
up
miss the
not
game.
getting anything done. Cap,
Yeah.
thank you for stopping by the stream. Have a good time at work.
Uh, and by the way, going back to trap, I didn't mean we were talking, so I didn't really I wasn't trying to ignore what you were saying, but man, Dragon's Dogma. I don't know if you ever played Dragon's Dogma, Aaron, but that game is amazing. If you haven't played it, I recommend playing it.
I
Um,
might just have to, because I was
it
watching him play it.
it is a fun game. Like when I first played, I think how old was I? I was like 15, 16 maybe. There
Dang.
was like I did not buy a game for almost the rest of the year because it's like halfway into the game I'd be like, you know what, I want to make a new character. I want to see what this character does. Like I just kept making characters and characters. And I'm just like, man, like it was just amazing. The things you can do for a game from back then, from like 2010, I think, 2010, 2008. I don't quite remember actually
Hmm.
the year. But it was just great. Like the gameplay was just immersive. Like there were just so many things to do. The fact you can have companions run along with you everywhere, and you can have them do almost anything you like. It was just awesome.
I
It
like
was just
that.
it's a great game. It was one of my very first like single player games that I loved very much. And then I guess the second one would probably be Two Worlds. I mean, I think we talked about Two Worlds yesterday. Kind of how I felt about
Yeah.
games lately.
Tell me about that one, because that one caught a lot of heat when it first came out.
Two Worlds. Honestly, the game was great. The game is still great. I still play it.
Oh
The
dang.
reason it's a lot of people. It was old. It's an old game. Honestly, even the graphics. I didn't put everything on ultra, and everything still looks pixelated. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things is just the controls for it. There's a lot of control. Just a lot of things to do in the game as well. It was the second one that a lot of people disliked for the reason that it wasn't like immersive as the first one was. In order to go to the next area, you had to unlock it after fully 100% completing the entire first area, which was frankly quite annoying because there's so many side quests.
Yeah.
And then, and not only that, but there wasn't as much things as you could do. There wasn't as much classes. There wasn't enough spells. I mean, the first one you could be a necromancer and bring the
Yeah.
dead to life and have them have them attack people for you. That was awesome. I mean, I think it had like a class where you can go ahead and mind control certain people. Not only that, but you can ride freaking Satan's horse on that, and that was awesome.
That's
Satan's
awesome.
horse is just it's awesome.
Yeah, that one I remember the advertising on the first one. They were like, it's like Oblivion on steroids, because that was the Elder Scrolls game that was real popular.
That's right. I think it was competing with Oblivion
And
too.
they came out saying that, Two Worlds 2 is, it's way better. It's got multiplayer, all this stuff.
Hmm.
And then people just came out really, really hating it.
Yeah, I think honestly, if it was just a single player alone, it would have been great. I don't know why they put the multiplayer in. I think they just wanted to one up Oblivion,
Yeah,
but
probably.
their servers were crap. Their servers were crap for a bit.
Yeah.
But above all, it was honestly hilarious because there was like some inside jokes when you talk to people
Yeah.
that they would be like dirty jokes, and you'd be like, "Wow, like you just got me with that. You made me kill someone's husband because you want the mistress to be your wife now. Great, awesome, cool. I just totally did that, And honestly, it was a great game. It was funny. I love going to those like these like little pyramid towers. No, like pyramid towers, triangle towers. I don't know what they were, but they were like controlled by necromancers. It was kind of cool. They were really
Yeah.
hard to like beat everybody in there, but it was cool. Don't play the second one, Trap.
Don't
Don't
play.
do it. It's hard. Don't do as much as I'd like to say because I said this yesterday a lot with Aaron when me and him talked on stream. Um, as much as I play any game that people say, "Hey, it's not a great game, don't get it," even though I'm one to say, "Hey, yeah, play it." I played it. It was okay. It had its own thing. I mean, there was Vikings. That was cool, but that's
Yeah.
probably the only thing that I liked about it. Other than that, I mean, I don't think it's kind of worth the money. If you can get it for free, go ahead, play it. Other than that, I probably wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Right on. Well, tell us what makes you sort of unique as compared to other streamers. What's your lure?
Hmm. Honestly, that's kind of hard. I feel like as people, we're all unique in general,
Yeah.
but it's kind of hard. I feel like I kind of thought about it since I don't know. I like thought about it since I was asked yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought about it, and I think it has to do with kind of bringing everybody into stream, kind of bringing everybody to like just the Discord, the community off the bat. Like when I play Darkest Dungeon, I put people's names as like some of those characters, and mind you, a lot of them have failed me. I've like 5 people have died. Okay, it's not a good thing for me. This is something that I feel in Darkest Dungeon makes me want to keep you alive.
Yeah.
But Castle has already died from it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people die in there, and they're like, "Why I die?" I'm like, "Well, you couldn't hit anybody, so they decided to go ahead and impale you."
Oh
So
wow.
that wasn't great. Your character already died in there, and he had a heart attack.
Oh
He was
no.
he was stressed out, man. I couldn't get to you in time. You were just stressed out, man.
Stressed out.
It was hard. Like I took all the stress away, and then we got ambushed after it, and then your character just freaked out. I was like, nope, we're dead.
We're dead.
That's it.
That's
But
terrible.
I think that's like something I try to do like the most. I know the emotes, like I said, that's one. Someone
Mhm.
took a picture of it. I lost a bit, put it there. I put this one because I decided to put my face on it, and I was like, yeah, might as well.
I like that.
And I don't know. I think that's what I do a lot. One of my mods, I guess, like my right hand man, Coco.
Mhm.
I think he kind of helps me out a lot with this, and a lot of kind of like my own personal issues and my own personal stuff, I guess, as you can say. Um, I just bring everybody into it, like even in multiplayer games. I'll be like, hey, you don't have this game, and I go out of my way to kind of gift you the game to play with the group, to play with the guys,
Yeah.
and that's kind of, I feel like, what I do. And because I don't know, like, I feel bad. I feel bad if we were all playing what, Battlefield 5, and Aaron's like, oh man, I wish I can play, but you got kids and this is and that. Dude, like I've done it for so many people. I've gifted Siege, I've gifted them the season pass, and I'm just like, no, yeah, here, use them. And there's things that I feel like people be like, no, you shouldn't do that. You're okay, you're fine. But I do it anyways because I feel like that's what makes the community. That's what gets everyone to kind of join and chime in, and
Yeah.
it's just, I feel like that's something nice. I feel like someone's done it to me, so I feel like I got to give back to the community in the end. So it's like, hey, why not?
That's a really cool way to sort of build your stream and keep it united and close knit, your community and playing with them. That's a lot of fun. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, Trap, your archer is still alive. I hope you know that.
Oh,
I hope you
that's
know your
great.
archer has made it. He's very picky though. He doesn't like going with weak characters. He's very picky.
Oh wow.
I don't know why. Yeah, I try to take who did I make? I think I made Cat because when Cat first joined,
Uh
I think
huh.
I was playing or when I think Cat joined Streaming Access Discord, I made her a character on there when I was playing, and then out of nowhere he's just like, no, it's too weak for me. I'm just like, okay, okay, Trap, I'm sorry, and just go bring the more experienced people in here then.
Oh wow.
I was like, man, picky.
Jeez.
Actually,
Uh.
yeah, I made Seven too. Seven is like one of my stronger characters in there. She's like
Mm.
a what is
Okay.
she? I think she's like a thief or something in there. I don't know. She throws daggers at people's face. It's kind of hilarious.
Dang, that's cool.
Uh,
That's really awesome. I
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry to hear about you though, Aaron. You kind of just had a heart attack.
Just kind of died. Yeah, like not even in a cool way. Like I just
Yeah, like no piercing through the heart. No, oh, I'll hold them off kind of thing. Just
no
had a heart
no
attack. Just
sacrifice. Just
yeah, just
got scared and died.
man, what a way to go.
That's probably real. Seven wants to see it. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely like to see that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what are some key aspects and features of a good stream in your opinion?
Um. Honestly, I feel like for me, in my opinion, not coming off rude. I mean, um, okay, all right. Did we all see that? Did we all see that panelist who was
Yeah.
at TwitchCon? Come on, let's be honest. That is
Real
what you
talk.
should not do. Like, I know it was randomized, but come on. They could have watched the VOD or something. Like, they say, "Hey, how you doing?" and then go back to freaking gaming. Like sometimes I'm playing Siege and I'm streaming it. It's like hard in the moment,
Yeah.
But like, there's 5 seconds. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm just gonna try to kill this guy. I go back in there, and then I either die or I kill him. I don't know, something like that. But just kind of always either sort of introducing yourself or always kind of bring them in here and like what you're doing. Just anything like that. Honestly, even for me, for someone who's starting,
Mm-hmm.
like frames shouldn't matter as much in the beginning. I feel like when you're starting a stream, I think kind of getting everything down like together to work together, Nightbot, or what are the bots people using these days? Revlo? No, Revlobot shut down, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, Nightbot. I think I see Wisebot or Wizbot in there every now
Nightbot,
and then. I think it's kind
Wisebot,
of
Stream
like
Elements,
yeah, there you go.
Streamlabs.
Stream elements. There you go. Yeah, stream elements, stream labs. I think it's kind of just getting everything to work together, getting everything all together, and then having to finally worry about the issues at hand, which is like, frame rate, this and that. But
Yeah.
it's kind of just being nice to everybody. It's kind of just even if you're mad at the game, just be like, hey, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
pissed off right now. And sometimes some people get a nice like laugh and chuckle from it. And that's fine,
Yeah.
But like if you see a comment and you ignore it, like in my opinion, that's like something that you shouldn't do. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like shrugging it off, Man, shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's
I
a nice
always
little
like to
wave at
keep
least.
conversation going.
Mhm.
So even if you see something maybe you don't like, you can still respond to it and turn it around.
Yeah. I mean, heck, I even troll the trolls,
Yeah.
I do. That's kind of the
I was
funniest
just
thing
going to
ever.
ask about that. Like, how do you handle situations like that?
Oh well, sometimes it kind of depends. If I'm there, say if I've been streaming for quite a while, and sometimes my mom they go to sleep, and no one's kind of really there, and they're kind of just trolling with me. I kind
Mm-hmm.
of just have a nice conversation with them, but I like dodge their question. They say, "Hey, f you." I'm like, "Hey, I'm having a great day, thanks," and stuff like that. Or if I don't have my cam and someone's like, "Oh, are you a grill?" So I decided to I decided to like put a GIF now, and
Yeah.
it's like this girl who's like about to like take her top off, but then like a picture of Jesus comes up, and it's like, oh, I'm looking at you. It's hilarious, just do like some small stuff like that.
That's
Um,
funny.
if, although if I have quite a bit of people talking in chat and someone's kind of being disrespectful, I kind of give them a little warning at first to be like, hey, you gotta relax. If they say something sexist or kind of like anything racist, kind of off the bat.
Yeah.
I still kind of give them that warning, like, hey, relax. It might have been funny in someone else's stream or in someone else's chat. It could be an inside joke between you and someone else, but here it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Or Coco just automatically bans them, kind of. Yeah, yeah, but something like that.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
really
sometimes
cool.
the mods kind of get a little ban hungry, so I kind of have to watch out what I say.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
okay.
well, what about your? How do you best manage or maximize your presence on social media? Your Twitter, Discord, all that stuff.
On Discord, I'm on there all the time. Honestly, like I think I'm only off Discord when everyone is awake and I'm sleeping because I work at night. I work at night, right? So basically,
Yeah.
I wake up from about 4 p.m. Central Time to about 5 a.m. Central Time. So I'm kind of literally on there all day. But literally, when everyone wakes up at like 7 or 8, I'm completely asleep.
Yeah.
So no, but I'm on there most of the day. I catch up with everything on Discord.
Yeah.
I am part of like different communities on Twitch and stuff like that. So I try to be as active as possible. And there's some that are really big that it's super hard. It's super hard to even get to meet somebody, get to know somebody. Sometimes I do. There's some people, 5 people I get to know off a community, and the rest of the 1,000 people I don't know.
Yeah.
Streamer Nexus, like I know everybody in Streamer Nexus because it's awesome. It's an awesome small group. That, everyone's amazing. We can all just talk. And it's great. I like that. That's something I like. I don't really like a lot of big groups. But I feel like on Discord I'm on there a lot. We have movies. We watch movies on there all the time. Like if we're all kind of pissed, if someone's having a bad day, it's like, hey, let's go watch a movie. So we watch a movie on there. Stand-up comedy, action, anything. Like anything like that.
That's
On
really cool.
on Twitter though, I kind of lack a little bit, just slightly. I guess because I was talking to Casio, and he kind of gave me like an input and some stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, because he talked to me about that on Twitter, and he's like, hey man, you sometimes don't give like a description of what you do on there sometimes. I'm like, you kind of have a point, because like on one hand, every time I go, I'm streaming,
Mhm.
someone's like, hey, I didn't get like a Twitter at or anything like that, and I'm like, okay, so next time, I'm adding like almost everybody. I'm like, okay, I think it's everybody, and then I start streaming, but then I'm kind of like, I should kind of just give like an input of what I probably would do, and then tag some people, and do this and that, put my link up there. On Twitter, I kind of like I'm on there and I kind of lurk, and sometimes I like have a conversation with somebody. I retweet and like quite a bit of stuff. Like I'm like following a lot of like gaming companies, a lot of
Mhm.
developers, Rainbow Six Siege teams, and I'm kind of like I kind of retweet things that are like really cool, really awesome. There was one where someone was caught cheating in the CS:GO tournament. I don't know if anyone saw that when I retweeted it, but that was pretty bad.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, so I mean, funny but bad. And then I don't know. I feel like on Twitter, I really lack. I feel like I should really be on Twitter sometime a little more than usual.
Yeah, I think
But
I think either that or Discord or a combination of the both. It gives you a chance to interact with a lot more viewers and let them see who you are a little bit off stream and build that community and also, yeah, let people know when you're going live and stuff.
yeah, you got a point.
That's really cool. That can be helpful. Let's see. How do you believe you can best impact the community in a positive way?
That's hard
Yeah.
because everybody does their own little part. Everybody does their own little part of everything. You know, um, and it's hard because I don't know where I would put myself. Unless someone likes to get their daily dose of slaughter, but that's kind of weird to say. And I don't know. I really don't know how to say to that one because you have these streamers who are partnered with some companies about suicide awareness who are or we're not partnered but volunteer for it.
Yeah.
And then you have all these streamers who are partnered with gaming companies, or there are these streamers who also volunteer for what's the for kids, was it life, like
Yeah.
God, what is it,
Extra life.
extra life, thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's all these streamers that do a little bit of everything, and it's kind of hard to say that because I wouldn't know. I mean, right now I'm just kind of streaming myself, and I'm kind of streaming what I do.
Mhm.
At the moment, I wouldn't know what to do. I think later on, if I were to become someone partnered, it would kind of just to be for me kind of autism awareness. I've
Okay.
during high school, I've had a kind of like a rough life. And there's this one time I volunteered as Santa Claus for autistic kids
Yeah.
um, during Christmas. So we went ahead and played guitar and did Christmas jingles, and
Aw.
it really showed me kind of how they are. It really showed me, like the different view of. And I didn't think bad of them at first. At first, hey, you're high school. Everyone's like, oh, kind of get away from me. I don't want to be seen from you. And that's kind of like that's horrible to say. That's really bad. Because they are awesome people. Like that day really impacted my life from there
Yeah.
because it just made me see so many different values of life. It just made me see like so many different things, and it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody who has a kid, and
True.
it's proven. It doesn't. You don't have to be. I don't know normal. I don't know what normal is, but I mean, you can be
Yeah.
different. You wouldn't be missing an ovary. You wouldn't be missing anything. You can still have an autistic kid, and that's kind of what I would do. I would love to bring awareness to that because every year I haven't done it last year or this year, or
Mhm.
I might do it this year, but every year I've gone back and I've played Santa Claus for the autistic kids, and
Aw.
it still makes me cry. Every time I go afterwards, I cry afterwards because they just hug you, and they think Santa Claus is real, and like a
Aw.
lot of them they're there, they're jumping and they're saying Santa Claus, and it brings that joyful feeling, that not only can you make someone's day, not only do you make their day, you make their parents' day because they have someone go in there and just volunteer. I wasn't scared at first when I did it. I was not, I didn't hesitate. I went and did it, and they gave me hugs, and it was just everything. They took pictures, and I gave them presents that their parents bought for them.
Aw.
So it's like they felt, like they were with the rest of everybody that celebrates Christmas. It felt good for them. And I think that's something I would love to do in the future.
Yeah.
Once I'm done with all this kind of my own tech issues, because I have a lot of tech issues currently. But yeah, but something I would love to do.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, definitely. If you need help with it, reach out to the community here. Any one of us can help you get stuff like
Awesome.
that started up. And if you want us to also raise money along with you, maybe some of us would be interested in that cause, and we could work together.
Thanks, man.
It's
Yeah, I
definitely
mean,
something I want the community to do, is get into like charity streams. But we just got
yeah,
to figure out what everyone's passionate about, and see which ones we can do. I think it'd be really cool.
definitely, definitely. I think that would be an awesome and a great idea. I think, whoever we choose, I think they would very much appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Let's talk about what are some changes you would make in gaming and streaming?
Mm, mm. Gaming
Yeah.
and streaming.
Yeah, if you could get in there and change something that you don't like, and you could just fix it, what would that be?
Um, Gaming and streaming. I think right now, I think everyone's issue right now on Twitch is kind of they've changed a lot of the community and the tags. I think everyone likes the tags now more than they did with the communities
Yeah.
before. I
Yeah.
think so. I think Twitch has been pretty much updated. They've updated it quite a bit, so it's kind of hard to say what I would change for streaming. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of it's kind of hard, really, for that one.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna go to the game ones because that one, like, question's kind of hard. It'd be I wouldn't know how to put it, so I kind of think I'll think about it. But for the games, oh man, for the games, don't get me started, man. There's like so many things like that could be changed. If I was a game tester, and I let them know, hey, if they would let people speak to the community, post a video, be like, hey, this is what this game's about, and it's like ask the community, hey, what would you guys think it'd be fixing? Obviously, you can't take everybody's input. I mean, we've seen Overwatch and how Jefflin captures his input for updating Overwatch, and right now it's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
But but I would love to help games, or I would love to help developers do something like that.
Yeah.
Like right now, a lot of the issues for certain games like Fallout 76, Battlefield 5 is the issue of what people think authenticity is for Battlefield 5. For Fallout 76, people of the servers, and why they put multiplayer in a single player game.
Yeah.
And honestly, so if I were to stream Fallout 76, the main thing I would say to everybody is, one, try the game. Two, honestly, everyone's asked for, I think, co-op since Fallout 3. I think everyone's always asked for a co-op.
We always
kind of
have. Yep. I'm
thing.
guilty.
And then the time it comes out, people are like, "What is this game?" They messed it up.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's still the same. From what I've seen, it still plays the same. You can go third person, first person.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what's different besides me having my friend run along? What is different? Oh, well, the servers go down. Well, it's beta, so they don't want their servers to crash when the full game releases.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just like, man, I would just love for everyone in the community to just kind of come in and kind of see a certain standpoint. Because when they watch certain streamers that are really big streamers, and they're like, once they say it's bad, that's it, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that from a lot of people. I've asked and I've told some people on like Reddit, like, why do you think the game's bad? And like, well, the servers right now they go down. It's not great. The servers right now have just gone down. The graphics, they toned them down a little bit. And it's all these like small stuff. And
Yeah.
but I tell them, well, what about gameplay? I mean, isn't that what you expect from Fallout?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, yeah, I guess. And I just love kind of switching people's views of the game on Reddit around. And it's kind of just, I don't do it in a rude way. I kind of just ask them, like I kind of reverse roll the question back over to them and ask them, like, well, isn't the game the same, or anything like that? And they're like, well, yeah, and same thing for Battlefield 5,
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the game the same? It's like, yeah, you can blow things up now more than you did before in the last one. I mean, now your friends, it's easier to find your friends. The spawning points are much different, so now people can't get spawn camped. Because I mean, like, I don't know if you played the beta in Battlefield 5, but during the multiplayer beta, instead of spawning on the ground on certain maps, it was cool. They like made you deploy yourself off the plane, like you
Oh, that's
parachute off
cool.
the plane. That was like so awesome. I love that.
Yeah,
And you can shoot them with like as you're parachuting down. Like once you pull your parachute, like you can shoot them. Like I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
that
I'm just
is.
like, heck yeah. And like it still plays the same. I think one of the main issues on that is people once again thought the authenticity. Oh, they're shoving females down their throat because it's the number one. It's like the person on the cover. It's like, well, I mean, they put it on there just because they put it on there. I mean, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
females were part of the war. It's been there through history. What people I guess want is because they want like the backstory of where and how they got there, et cetera, et cetera. Then again, Battlefield people said that because of the trailer. But when you play the game, I mean, you can choose between a female character, male character. It's not like, hey, you're a female. It's off the bat, you're a female. It's like, hey, they're a female. That's it. That's all you. That's all you're spying as. The
Oh
male is
wow.
$5 DLC.
I wouldn't
Anyways,
mind, but yeah, it's cool that they're giving you choices. Because there's a
yeah,
lot of
and
girls that play games, and like who do they have to look up to when like all the characters are Master Chief, the Doom guy, everybody's a man, and they're all big, buff,
wait,
burly men, and the
wait. I've
females are
never, I've
just
never
the.
played Doom. It's a guy. There was a cover of like an alien.
I
I thought you played.
I don't know. I think it's a guy. I don't know. It's a guy in a
I don't
suit,
know.
spacesuit
Oh,
of some.
I
It's
didn't know
you're the
that.
Rock. He plays the Rock.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think I'd love to be the Rock.
But that's really
Um,
cool. I like how games are doing that because it really gives you female role models to look up to. There's a lot
Yeah,
of young girls,
I agree with Trap.
older
I
girls.
agree with
Yeah.
Trap. I think what they should do is compromise.
Yeah.
It's just kind of have both of them on the cover.
Yeah,
Have
you can do
like
that.
I mean, because why not? I mean, just put both of them because if not, the other opposite. The females didn't complain this time. It was the males that, for such a dumb reason. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie, it was such a dumb reason. Like I first saw it, and I'm like, oh hey, cool, that's all right, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But no one complains when it's a different person on the FIFA cover. It's like, oh,
Right.
hey, it's still a dude. We're okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But then the females are like, wait, but it's still a dude. And it's like, well, it's a dude, so oh well. But I like the way EA is going with it. Once again, free DLC, no premium pass.
Yes.
Only two,
Finally.
only two editions to pre-order. That's it. And like I tell everybody, if you have the extra money, go ahead get the deluxe edition. You just get extra guns to show it off with, so you don't have to
Yeah.
completely grind. It's $10 I think more, but you can just get the regular edition and just still get the same content.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you'll still get the same guns.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter. You don't need to buy the $10 more edition to do that. I mean, it's the awesome part. EA is finally taking a small step forward of getting DLC for free. Star Wars Battlefront 2, their DLC is coming for free, possibly
Finally.
next week towards the end of the
Yes.
month. The thing is, people bashed EA, people bashed, obviously Battlefield 5 for being with EA. That's because it's been their partnership since forever, since
Yeah.
I think
It's been
2002.
there forever. I don't know what you
Yeah,
expect.
yeah, and that's fine. I mean, if you're partnered with somebody, stay partnered, have a good relationship with them, have a good friendship with them. That's always a good thing. But I think if Battlefield or what is it, Frostbite actually? I think it's Frostbite. If
Yeah.
they were with a different company, 5 out of 5 people would pre-order, hands down. But everyone's like, oh, it's EA. Like, they're gonna do this, and this year EA hasn't been doing so hot. So I mean, I understand why
Yeah.
people would say that. So
They've
I
been getting
understand.
it.
Yeah. But so far, it's still a small forward. It's still like a small step forward, and that's something I would love to show in the game community. Hey guys, kind of give them a chance, because if I don't know if a lot of people have looked up into it, but EA has recently fired a lot of people because they're losing a lot of money. They're losing a lot of stuff. They laid off quite a bit of workers. They closed down quite a bit of their of of Jesus of their I guess I would say groups. I don't know, like I guess their own warehouse stuff like
Yeah.
that. They closed some of them down and they laid off people, and it's sad because I mean they've probably worked there for quite a while, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
we're not doing hot this year, so sorry, to make up for losing the money, we can't afford to pay you guys, and that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. I understand if the company keeps failing, you should do is boycott. And I guess they're right. I mean, the guy who, I mean, it's been said like the guy who went up there and did his talk for EA or
Yeah.
whatever. He was rude. He was rude. I don't know if you remember this guy. I don't know if you watched it when he first came out there. He's like, oh, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And then literally the pre-orders came in.
Yeah.
And the pre-orders came in and they were bad. And
Yeah.
this guy like left right on time before they fired him. He left before they fired him.
Yeah.
And now it's like now EA has to suffer more because this guy was like, you know what? I'm tired of everyone's shit. Just don't buy it. Just whatever. Just stop talking. And it's like they could have had someone slightly better go up there and say something different, But he was just, man, he was so bad about it. And EA once again, people chewed EA out again.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just they've had a rough year. They really have.
And it may have been well deserved, but it's really cool to see them actually turning it around and growing from that experience. Because they could just go on and keep being the way they are, and they would still sell copies of games. They'd still make tons of money, but in the end, it's better if you have our respect as gamers, because then even more of us buy your game. We respect what you create and all that stuff. I mean, because the Star Wars stuff with Battlefront 2, all that was really bad. How they were, all the microtransactions and the nickel and diming everybody with that, and how they were just. They took a beloved franchise, and I think they learned from that that when they screw with Star Wars, you're really messing with gamers.
Yeah, that was true, man. That was such a huge blowback on them, man.
Yeah.
I remember everybody, and I mean everybody.
I didn't even buy Battlefront 2, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I'll probably get it now, now that the DLC will be free, and maybe more people will be into it and want to play, and I know they've changed things since launch, but I mean, the things I saw at launch I was not pleased with, and I was like, I just can't buy this game. I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Star Wars, so I had to buy the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Heck yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna check it out. I played it for a long time. I still play it every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's not the game I log in to play it. It's not the game where I'm like, oh, can't wait to play it again. It's just it's a casual game.
I think so. Yeah.
Randomly.
Yeah.
And the community still is blowing back at them because they're not releasing content and they're not releasing everything. I mean, like, it's one map that they're releasing. It's Geonosis that they're releasing, and they're releasing General Grievous. They're saying that these two people, like, there's two things, like, on one map, and one villain is not going to save the entire franchise.
No.
It is not. Like, honestly, if they put a lot of the maps and then put the other ones as free content, everybody would be happy, but no one's happy right now. And I feel like they're releasing content really slow, and that's hurting that game, and it's hurting them in the end.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm hoping Battlefield really turns things around. I'm excited. I love Battlefield. I'm a big fan.
And I don't know. Do you mind if I on here? I'm gonna do a giveaway for Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
So, like, for Battlefield 5, what I was gonna do to, like, I guess, kind of help people get to it, because I know there's some people who always look people for giveaways so they can just get the game for free. So this is something I'm gonna do for Battlefield 5. I'm gonna give away 3 copies of Battlefield 5, so you can go in there and get a copy of it. All you have to do, I'm gonna be doing it every couple hours. I'm gonna give away 1 copy every 2 hours, possibly, of the game. And I'm gonna go ahead and what you do is you, like, buy a raffle ticket with the stream currency that we have. And then, from there, if you win, you get a copy of it. The first 2 are going to be standard editions. And then for the last one's going to be a deluxe edition just to give somebody that, like, grand prize. It's like, oh, hey, someone finally got it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'll be doing. So, I mean, if someone's still waiting to, like, let's wait and see for Battlefield. If you guys want to hop on, play with friends, something like that, definitely come in the channel and kind of just check it out. Check out the gameplay. Check out trying to get a raffle ticket and just, try to get a copy of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it'd be
really
awesome,
cool.
man.
I like that idea.
It's just to kind of help them with sales too, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Because it really does look like it's going to be a great game, and I was super excited. I was watching the conference. They had Trevor Noah on there, and they were
mhm.
like, and all the DLC is free, and I was like, what? And no premium and all that stuff, you know? Because I used to buy the premium pass because I was like, well, how can you not get it? Like you have to have all this stuff, and you have to compete. So it's like you
Mhm.
can't compete if everybody's like buying all the best guns and they have all the maps and all the perks that come with it. You know, like you
Mhm.
just can't compete at that point. So you have to spend money on it too. And so I think it's really cool that they've reversed that.
Yeah, I think it's I really like it. I think what they did this time around for this one, going back to World War II, is great.
Yeah, I like
I was
that
watching more
too.
gameplay of it. They recently revealed a trailer for looking at the maps,
Mm-hmm.
and all the maps, everything still looks so beautiful of the game. It looks nice. I like it though that you can have a gunner on top of the tank, like you know they can do back in World War II. They'd be on the turret on top,
Yeah.
and I was watching people play, and like you can just snipe that guy right off. And Battlefield One, that was a huge issue because you couldn't, unless you had like not a rocket, like a cannon or mines around there or shrapnel, you could not destroy the tank. It was like virtually impossible.
Yeah.
But now that not now that's going back to World War II, people have RPGs, people have bazookas. You know, they have like all these things. Like heck yeah, now it's easy to destroy armor stuff. It's more of an infantry type of game instead of like getting in a bunch of tanks and getting all this stuff. And the airplanes, I don't know if you've flown one yet in Battlefield
No,
5, but the
not yet.
airplanes are awesome, you know. It's still just as fun dropping a bunch of bombs on people. And they brought back the destructive mode, so now when you crash the plane, the explosion actually kills people.
Okay.
So that's fun.
I like that.
So I like that, but I feel a lot of people are going to abuse it, but that's okay. That's it's part of the game. It's part of the game. It's
Kamikaze,
fine,
yeah.
right? I mean, it happened in World War II. It's bound to happen in game. It's okay. It's
Oh
all right.
no. Yeah, I can feel that.
Tra-
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Call of Duty still keeping their season pass, and I know that they switched to just multiplayer, and they have this is like one of the best selling Call of Duties they've ever had. So they got a lot of competition this season, I think.
Yep.
So I mean,
They
this
definitely.
Battlefield is really gonna have to shine, and I think it'll do well. I
Yeah,
hope
I
it
think so.
will.
This Battlefield has a battle royale also confirmed for it too. I don't know if you knew
Yeah,
about
I'm
that.
excited about that
So
too. I want to see how they're gonna do it.
yeah, that's definitely gonna be exciting. I don't know if it's gonna be there at release. I don't know if they're thinking
No,
that
I think
hey,
it's delayed. I think they're doing it later on, maybe in
all right,
a couple
I,
months or something.
yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But I hope they definitely do a good job with it because yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, still gonna be a bunch of blowback once it releases. But
Yeah.
I think once it releases, it's gonna definitely be really good. Competing with Fortnite, competing with Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, it's just that one thing in Call of Duty. It was that battle royale almost got me. And I was like, oh, like, oh man, I don't know. I want to, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Trap, they did add. They did say they're gonna add microtransactions for Battlefield 5, but it's not like leveling up. It's not getting this stuff. Obviously they always do those packs where you can get guns and all that stuff. I mean, they're gonna continue doing that because if you want to,
Yeah.
that's something that they've still put out. But their main microtransactions are gonna be like outfits and stuff like that for characters. So I'm not like being afraid of that. Obviously, I feel like they're gonna overcharge for it just a tiny bit to get a little bit more money.
Yeah.
But I feel like the main game right now with no premium pass, with like everything being free, I think so far that will be okay. I think with all that, that will be okay. And like I said, like I tell anybody, if you have extra money to get like a nice outfit for your character because you love playing a medic,
Yeah.
like or you love playing support so much, heck yeah, why not? People
Do
do that
it.
in Siege. People in Siege buy those elite skins and they're like $10 a pop.
Oof.
Yeah, they are $10 a pop. But when you get first place on that too, it's like, hey, Thermite pulls fire from his hands. Fuse is like a World War II themed, so it's like you hear music and he's shooting his gun up in the air.
Yeah.
Like someone's taking pictures, someone's working out. It's like, hey, it looks cool, and that's what makes you want to buy it because hey, it's awesome. You like the character, why not, right? So I mean, that's
Exactly.
my thing. Mm-hmm.
worth it.
So I don't think they're going to be doing loot boxes for it. I think they said they're going to try to remove loot boxes because of the new law about whole loot boxes going was going to consider gambling. So I think they might take that off later in years because
I
or
like
not later.
I like that idea. Yeah, because I don't like loot boxes. I like buying exactly what I want. If I see something in a store, an outfit or a gun or whatever it is, I like to just be able to 100% here's $5. Let me have that. Like, I don't want to do the whole lottery where like here's $5. Oh look, I didn't get anything I like.
I'm the same way. I mean, I don't buy loot boxes. I don't buy
Yeah.
packs or whatever's out there, whatever is anything, whatever games. I don't like doing that. I'm kind of like a simple person. If I can grind for it, I will grind for it.
Yeah.
If like I said, if it's in Siege where it's an elite outfit, heck yeah, I want to buy it because I love this character.
Yeah,
I've done it
absolutely.
a couple times, But I think it's just as a community, like some people fall for it. I think some people get mad because like say someone plays Siege and they play it, they get the outfit, but then because this happens quite a bit in the community for Siege, but they play it and they either get tired of the game and they realize spent $20 for 2 characters outfits. I think that's ridiculous, etc. Or people are buying an Overwatch like these 20 loot boxes, 50 loot boxes, and they're like, oh, I didn't get the outfit, that's ridiculous, like the RNG, it's stupid. And it's like, well, I mean, it is RNG, and it's like it's random. You don't know what you're gonna get.
True.
And unless you pray to RNGesus and with you, maybe you'll get some good stuff. But yeah, But I don't know. I feel like the gaming community itself is really biased currently.
Okay.
In my opinion, I feel like people are in the middle. And I feel like streamers kind of have a big deal to do with this. Streamers and YouTubers have a big deal with choosing kind of where a lot of the gaming community goes.
Yeah.
Such for games like games that have died. Death Gardens kind of Evolve was one of them that I loved Evolve. I don't know if you ever played Evolve, but
dude,
Evolve for me was a really good game.
I still want to play it. Like, it was a fun game.
Right? I mean, it was a great game.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th still has a small player base, but I mean, I believe like a lot of the YouTubers, I believe a lot of the a lot of big time streamers kind of like I said, everybody's kind of biased. Everyone's kind of sometimes in the middle of a game, and until someone says, "Oh, it's not doing good," well, okay, well, we're gonna agree with this person. We're gonna agree with everything he says, but unless I feel like someone does their research, it will help out with kind of you choosing your game. It'll kind of help out with where you want to go with everything. I mean, I do agree that they should just take out loot boxes altogether. They should take out loot boxes. They should take out alpha packs or whatever is in any game. They should just take it out. Just take it out. Have it where people can just grind the money to buy the character. Heck yeah, just do that. I think that is the best thing.
Yeah, that's what gaming always was in the past. You had to beat the game to get the secret characters, or you had to do secret things to unlock different outfits and all that kind of stuff.
Don't you miss that back in the day, where you do, left, down, right, left, and then like somehow it unlocks a secret character, this outfit? I'm like, man, like, heck yeah, dude.
That was the best, yeah. Instead of forking out the money for all that kind of stuff.
Man, and then like, I remember back in the day when I used to play arcade machines.
Yeah.
And if you were the only one who knew the code to get this outfit, everyone's like, "What? Like, what? How'd you get this?" Or you like this character. You'd be like, "How did you do that?" Man, that was the best thing as a kid. You were like awesome to everybody else. It's like you knew how. But I think games should do something like that, man. Just like somehow put some secret code in, where all you do is like some weird combination, and we're like, "Oh, I just got this like legendary outfit somehow." Like what? Man, that'd be the best thing ever, man.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to some more questions here. Where do you see your stream in the next year?
I probably see it the same where it is now. I'm not a big streamer. I'm still pretty much a small streamer. I used to I don't know. I've kind of had this conversation with people,
Yeah.
because they've come back after a while. You know, they follow. And they're like, hey, you know what happened to the stream? You know, you used to have 100, 200 views, and you know, I guess now, like, to new streamers, I kind of coach some new streamers and stuff like that, because I saw a lot of my flaws and mistakes streaming before to kind of streaming now, and even now, like, everyone has this, but there's always some slight jealousy. So say, you know, you have a friend who starts streaming, and you've been streaming for a year, and then next thing you know, hey, they're growing, they have all these. What the heck, man? Just like, why, you know? And I'll be honest. I mean, there's always that jealousy, but one thing I guess, you know, like, that I've seen a lot is just kind of going at your own pace. It's just kind of
Yeah.
going how you are. You know, everyone changes a person. Your games that you've selected change. You know, because I used to play GTA a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of like teenagers to kind of maybe like 12-year-olds kind of play, and you know, and that was kind of how it went. And then after a while, it's kind of like, I'm gonna stop playing this. I kind of want my community to kind of go elsewhere with it. I don't want everybody to be, you know, such and such age and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it changes, you know, and I think setting yourself a goal of where you want to be is great. I set myself a goal this year of trying to average 10 views
Okay.
a stream, and that for me had worked out. I had completed the goal for the year. I think definitely next year I want to try to average 15 to 20 views, and just kind of keep going at it, keep trying,
Yeah.
and you know, kind of just go at it slowly, because at some point I was really disappointed. I was really irritated at myself. I'm like, how did I lose all these views? What happened? What had changed? You know, and one of the main things was getting a computer, a PC. A lot of PC gamers kind of you know, are watching a lot more of like the big high end streamers. You know, a lot of them are funny. I mean, we've seen Shroud a lot in his funny videos. We have seen Dr. Disrespect and his like awesome, not awesome attitude. You know, his persona kind of going there. You know, I don't blame him. I mean, heck yeah, I mean, everybody that's funny. And a lot of the console community also watches, you know, their own console streams. You know, they're like, oh, hey, this guy's streaming on PS4. Well, I wonder how he's doing. You know, kind of play with him and et cetera, et cetera. And so I rarely see people on PC say, hey, can I come play with you? Because it's kind of different, because it's kind of hard, because there's some games that you can either get on the Steam launcher, you can get on the website's own launcher, so it's kind of hard to add friends here and there.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like I want to improve slightly with views, but also I feel like my channel, I want it to stay the same, kind of just a chill place to where everyone can kind of hang out, kind of relax, get a good couple laughs, you know, learn a thing or two in Siege with me, you know, some tips I can give them in games, you know, stuff like that. Anything, I think that's where I want to be, and I'm going to continue that.
I like that. One of the questions we had from Twitter was from Mark, and he said you could, if you were only able to pick one Siege character, who would it be and why that you could play as?
You know, it's funny because I did actually just answer him on Twitter, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And you know, it wasn't until he told me, it's like, "Hey, answer that." I'm like, "Oh."
He's like, save it for the podcast. No.
You know, yeah, but I mean, I'm still gonna give that answer. I mean, one of the operators I would use is Ying, just
Yeah.
because you can blind everybody but yourself. That's great. Heck, you can blind your own teammates, and that's still great because you're like, hey, I can still see. I'm okay with it. You know, that character alone is really great. For someone starting out, honestly, and if I were to say, if you were new to Siege, I think a character such as Sledge would be even a great character for me, even just to play as, just, you know, or even someone new to just play as, because they are a great all around character in general. They have frag grenades, they have a well recoiled gun, it doesn't bounce too much, it's nothing too fancy. He has a hammer, which is awesome. He can be like Thor, you know, you can just like slam people's face in. It's cool. And you can break doors with it. I mean, I mean, it's like, I think it's between them two, really. I know it's only one. Honestly, if I were to give many answers, I think it'd be between them two, really, just Sledge and Ying.
Yeah.
You know.
That's really cool.
What about you, Aaron? What you know, if I were to watch you play Red Dead Redemption, what character would you love? Like, say, if you were in the Red Dead Redemption world, what character would you like to be in? or what character would you love to play or be?
I kind of like the character I'm stuck with, Arthur. But you know, every now and then you kind of want to play as John because he was in the first game.
Yeah, I know, everyone's so stoked, man. I can't wait till Red Dead comes to PC. I'm like,
It's
man,
gonna be amazing.
I'm so
Whenever it
I'm so
happens.
jealous.
Yeah, and I used to play a lot of Siege, and I think I really used to get stuck. I did Glaz when it first came out, and I loved Glaz. Um, but then I think Thermite became my main. So I'd say if I had to be stuck with one character, it'd probably be Thermite. Because I like his gun, I like his machine gun, and I like the Thermite. I like that you can just blow up any wall, even if it's fortified. You can just come in there and cut right through.
Yeah,
And I really enjoyed
he's a great
that.
character.
And I think last time I played, I really got into Lion because like people on Xbox didn't know that you had to stay still when Lion does this thing, and
Yeah,
so I would just wait when we're like pushing in and we're making lots of noise and people are panicking and they're trying to figure out where we are, and then just pop that pulse, and people are moving around because they're nervous and scared. You just gotta do it at the right time, and I had a great time doing that. It was hilarious. Just
yeah.
catching people off guard.
He's a great character. I like his gun. His some, I like his gadget. I mean, in competitive though, people ban him. So I mean,
Yeah,
I can see why. I hate that they do, but I can see why. I'm like, man, I can
yeah.
never play him.
That's terrible. Well, that's a
But it's
solid
okay.
answer though.
Hmm.
uh,
I got a question for you, Aaron.
okay.
So you played Hunt, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen their new map? Have you seen Hunt Trail's new
Yes.
map?
Yeah.
Now, will you play that? Will you play that when it comes out for on the main game?
When is it coming out though? Do we
I
know?
think it's sometime. I think it's sometime during the end of this month or even mid-month. I think.
Oh yeah.
But I don't actually know. I
I,
actually don't because I gotta look for a partner on Hunt.
oh really?
Someone to roll that with.
Oh
Yeah,
okay.
man.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm gonna be playing that all day.
Yeah, I
So
think I'll have to do that. I ended up deleting like so many games just to play Call of Duty, and then it kind of turns out like not very good. And I like it a little bit. I like the blackout, but 100 gigs on my PC, like you gotta go, man. That's too
wow, are
much.
you kidding me? 100 gigs?
Yeah, just about.
Dang, that is Jesus.
It took up a lot of space.
Wow, that is a lot.
And I was like, I
Jeez.
can't delete Tarkov, I can't delete Overwatch, so.
Ah, yeah.
But I'll probably just get rid of that. I'll reinstall Hunt. I'll get Fallout 76 probably. And but I love Hunt. I've had a great time, and I had a great time playing it with you. It was a lot of
Heck,
fun.
I mean, they balanced out. I mean, honestly,
It's a
they're
lot
like,
better than it was
heck yeah.
back in March when I last got into it.
Uh huh.
I think now
Man,
it's a little more approachable.
it is way more approachable. I think now they even have tutorial mode for new players because a lot of the community members,
Mm-hmm.
were like, hey, my friend tried to get into this game, but it's so hard for them because like there's just nothing. It doesn't tell you what to do. It just kind of just throws you in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man, holy crap! Like nobody knows. Like, oh, I have to go get clues. What? I thought I had to kill people.
Yeah.
Just like what the heck? So I
Right.
think I think it's great that they're listening to the community. They're, they're doing what they can to balance the game out, to make it fun for everybody. And man, I've seen like level 50 prestiges. Man, I've seen some high level people in that game currently, and it's ridiculous. Oof, man, it
I
is.
think they are
People are
doing a
loving
great
the
job
game.
though. Like they really do interact a lot with the gamers and streamers and stuff, and that's incredible because you don't
Hmm.
usually see that. And they're a big time developer, like
Oh
uh,
yeah,
they've made some of the best shooter games out there.
and that Crytek engine is
Oof,
really beautiful. Oh my god,
it's
man!
yeah,
Like, have you
that's
seen
the
some of the
other lure.
pictures have you seen some of the pictures we post on the Discord?
I'm gonna have to look.
Dude,
Yeah.
like it's awesome. Like literally it's just me and Coco sometimes and we're kind of just there. But like it looks nice. They got the sun ratio good. I've gotten so into the game where we've looked at or I've looked at videos of how they did testing for it, or how they did the audio for it, and man, like these guys went outside. They went outside. Outside's dangerous. Outside's bad. Okay, you got the sun hitting you. It's
Swamps and
horrible.
stuff. Yeah, no.
Right. But they went outside. They went to like a pond nearby to like some city, and like they would go and record ducks, sounds. They would go out there and record the crows. They'd scare the birds and get like their sound from them scaring them, and it's hilarious. It is funny how they got all of this stuff, but that's how they did it, and it's so cool. It's awesome. I like how they did that on their Instagram page. They post pictures and they post community pictures like, oh hey, this person made this monster, fan made art, and they post videos and like, oh, how the developers are coming, how they draw the guns, how they're putting it into the game, and you have someone talking. I think one of them is John that talks about how he helps make the guns and how he draws them out. And it's just so cool. They do it on there, on like just a little story on Instagram. They do it all on there.
I like that.
So cool.
Yeah, all the behind the scenes stuff is really cool.
Yeah, man. I think they're doing a fantastic job. And in a year, because they haven't hit a year yet, but like in a full year, they're gonna do great. Honestly, once they release the full game, it comes out from beta. They said they're gonna release finally a whole team, so they're gonna have 4 people ride all together.
That'll be
instead
nice.
Of 2.
Yeah.
They're gonna have. Hopefully they'll have another map for that, because that's what they're saying. They want they want a bigger map if they're gonna run 4 people. So
yeah,
it's gonna
true.
be nice. Good.
It would get crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's gonna be awesome. Let's see. What is a game that you'd like to see a sequel to that maybe doesn't have one?
Man.
Or
Dragon's Dogma. Oh my god.
Oh,
yes.
Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma. I'm telling you, Aaron, you have a game. I will buy for you. I will do 100 push-ups on my stream for you to play this game. Like this game, this game's amazing. I kid you not. This game had almost a lot of monsters, a lot of mythical monsters on there. It was great. The skills on there are amazing. I think this game deserves a sequel. Like this game deserves one.
That's the one.
Like a comeback, man. Yes.
Joe agrees, 100%.
Heck yeah, man. Like it's a great game. Like just me talking about it, honestly, I might just go play it later on. It's just a great game, man. Like
that's awesome.
It sucks. I feel like they should have even like a PC conversion to it, because it's really a good game, man.
Oh man, I thought they would have had it on PC.
I don't think so. I think it's literally just PS4. I think it's because it came out for PS3 in the beginning. It was a Sony thing. I think Sony's keeping it to Sony, sadly. Okay. But if anyone has a PS4, I mean, if you have a PS4, it's like I think $20, $10. I think if you get it pre-owned, it's not bad. It's a great game, man. Obviously, it's a little bit of an older game, so obviously it doesn't have the best graphics. It's the gameplay on there that's great. It's awesome. Joe, what was your favorite monster fighting on there? I'm not gonna lie. I think I love fighting the Hydra. The Hydra fights are awesome. There's a Hydra on there. There's Griffins. There's like these giant like snake serpents. I guess those are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing all around. They have trolls. They have giants on there. Great game. Skeletons, undead, you name it. Like they're literally they rise from too. So that's what I really like. Like you just see a skeleton just coming out from the ground, and you have like goblins on there. It's a great game. Like I like it because it's also, I think it's one of the very first games that put the it's daytime, it's nighttime, and at nighttime all these monsters come out. And it's funny because when you talk to the merchants, sometimes they're like, oh, someone got attacked out on this path or whatever. And it's really cool because even the markets close at night, so it's like, oh, your character literally has to go to bed that night too if you want to get a certain weapon, if you want to buy potions and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. I think honestly that game deserves a sequel. I think. Yeah, I can talk about this all day, all night. Period. We should go past this one because I'm gonna keep going.
Let's see. What about the best and worst game purchases that you've ever made?
Oh man, there's so many. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of bad games I've bought.
Yeah.
Let me start with PC.
Okay. Yeah.
Start with PC. Okay. I'm looking at my list here, and I'm just like, man.
So many bad
There's
ones.
so many bad games. I can't say Death Garden because it was gifted to me, so I didn't really buy it. But let me see here.
Right.
I'm gonna say Guardians of Middle Earth. Oh my god! I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's
Yeah.
supposed to
I have
be.
it too.
You really? Oh my god! This is the worst purchase for me. I bought it on my laptop whenever, mind you, on laptop it wasn't that great, but I got the most expensive edition. I dropped I think $150 on it. You get
Oof.
all the DLC and everything, and then after a few weeks, it died. I'm just like, no,
Oh
where's everybody?
no.
It was the worst thing. I was 18 or 17 at the time. I'm just like, I just got this game and no one's around to play it. And oh my god, like it sucked because I don't know what had happened. I don't know what happened to the developers or the team, but they abandoned game. I don't know why they did it, but they abandoned the game.
Oof.
And it had a potential to be something great. And if you look at it on Steam, because I'm looking at it on Steam, and people literally put out, man, I wish that they had worked on just the servers because the main complaints were just the servers. Everything else, everyone loved the graphics. Everybody loved that. Hey, I can be Gandalf. This guy
Yeah.
can be Gimli, and you're just like, heck yeah. And they had their own like speeches there from like the movies, from the books on them there. It was
That's
awesome.
cool.
It was they brought everybody. They brought Sauron. They bought the dwarves from God, the Hobbit. They brought them. They brought the dwarves from the Hobbit on there. It was awesome. I was like, heck yeah, best game ever. That was the worst purchase I ever got.
Oof.
Oof, hands down worst purchase. Man. Oh, Joe says it is. It is on PC. Is it really?
I could look into that. Yeah.
Awesome. I think one of the best game purchases was probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with top 5 because these are the best
Okay.
games.
Yeah.
Two Worlds,
Okay.
Dragon's Dogma, Persona 5. If anyone like Persona 5, huge fan. At first, was very skeptical, but because of an old roommate, he like got me into this Persona 5. If you guys haven't played it, another game, give it a shot. It is awesome game, amazing. Love the game, love the music. I bought their soundtrack after I've heard their music. It was great. I'm gonna have to say Hunt Showdown as well. Great purchase.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say Total War. I feel like to me that brings on, it brings on a lot of characteristics for Total War for me. I love that I can play as like people who are undead. I love controlling my characters, my troops. Great RTS game. I love that, and it brings a lot of my sci-fi nerdiness to life. And I'm just like, heck yes. I can just make a dinosaur run all the way over there to attack these. Best thing. I love it.
That's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Aaron? What about like what worst purchases have you made?
The worst ones. Huh. I mean, I liked Evolve a lot, but but when the community died, like that broke me. That was really sad. Cuz I liked being the
Yeah.
healer or sometimes the trapper, and that was so much fun. And the game got a little unbalanced when they came out with that flying Hydra type thing
Oh,
with
was
the
it the raid?
electric stuff. Like when that came out,
Oh,
it was rough. The game stopped
the
being fun.
Kraken. The Kraken. There you go.
Yeah, that's what it was, the Kraken.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
But it was such a cool game, and it was like you got really hyped because it was the same guys behind Left 4 Dead, and it had that Left 4 Dead feel to it. People got really hyped. I think Watch Dogs was the same thing. Another game that got really overhyped, and it looked like the graphics were insane. Everything was really good, and then it just came out, and then it was just below expectations than what they showed us at E3, and that was kind of rough. But it was a cool game. It still ended up being a cool game, but I still feel like we got ripped on that.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, I love the game, honestly.
Yeah,
but I think you're right because I ended up getting the gold edition. I think for it, and I never played multiplayer once. And I think actually no, I think I did play it, and it was super laggy. It was like, oh man, what is this? And I was just like, man. And then that's it. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt bland.
I think a lot of the Tom Clancy games have gotten a little bad. I think Siege is amazing, though. I think they've done great with that. But I think they've lost their way with Splinter Cell, and that's why they can't really figure out how to make a new one. And that's like my favorite game series. Like I have
Honestly,
all the Splinter Cells, and I love it.
yes.
And it's
I would
a
love
niche
it
market.
if they honestly remade Splinter Cell and just gave it like these awesome HD graphics. Like that's it. Like just keep it the same. Don't add anything. Because I would like it. I would just like it even just for the graphics. You know, I think that'd be cool.
I would too.
And I think honestly something like that would just be really good. Even I think once they see so many people buy the remake of it, they'll be like, oh, we should try to just make a new game. This is what the community wants. We should do that.
And I see that they added Sam Fisher into Ghost Recon a little bit, and they kind of mention him in other games, that he's around.
There's a thing in Siege too. There's there's a teaser when you go into Terrorist Hunt teaser about two characters. They talk about it, and then like, hey, have you heard of Sam Fisher? And then they're like, no. And he's like, good.
Oh, what?
Just like, what? He's like, what? I was like, man, it's like if you go in there with Thatcher and who's the other character? It's Thatcher and somebody else. It's I think it's Thermite and Thatcher. If you go in there with the Terrorist Hunt, like they'll talk about it and they'll be like, okay, all right, good. You didn't hear about him. It's like, okay, that's cool.
Okay,
he's like just out there. Like I love that they at least still put him out there. He's like the Stan Lee of right now of all the Tom Clancy games.
Yeah, that's true.
He has a cameo everywhere.
But I love that, and I just think like Ghost Recon even strayed away from the tactical warfare type stuff, and it just became like Just Cause type game, just come in and blow stuff up with friends. Like it's fun, it's still good, but it's like we've strayed away from what Tom Clancy is, because I read the books on all this stuff, and I grew up reading all the Tom Clancy novels. So, like, all this stuff is a dream come true, but at the same time, it's like, now we're just making video games about shooting and blowing stuff up. And there's, like, there wasn't really, like, a good story behind it. It was just like, let's go destabilize a Latin country, and just, like, kill drug dealers and stuff. Like, this would never play out very well, even in Tom Clancy's fictional world of America.
Not at all.
Just like, because the ghosts were like a sneaky, elite squad that would go in and just,
Yeah. But I mean, it was fun to some people. I mean, like,
I think it's fun.
It was fun for my playstyle too. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was in the end. I guess you're right. The way you're talking about it, I'm thinking, I'm like, wow, it wasn't really a story to it. I'm like, wow, because at first I didn't see it like that, so I was kind of like, man.
We had a great time shooting things up, though, and like flying helicopters and exploring the open world, which looks amazing, But like when you look at it from a story perspective, there's no like espionage, there's no terrorist hunt type stuff, even the Rainbow Six games used to have really good stories that were.
Oh my God, Rainbow Six 2. I love that Rainbow Six 2. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I first got Ghost Recon, which was about maybe a couple months ago, 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
I compared it to Far Cry 5.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but I think now the way I'm looking at it, I think Far Cry 5 has more story to it than I think Ghost Recon.
Yeah, I think so. It's the Ghost Recon's a little more open ended, and most of it just ends up being, go here, shoot this guy, go interrogate this guy. And then go shoot these people over there and blow up all their stuff. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as much as I enjoy doing all that stuff, and it's really fun to do it with friends.
Yeah. Aaron, give me 1 second. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Yep, I'll talk with chat here. Let's see. Joe says Joe and Jesse like Persona 5. Evolve was pretty good. Still love Watch Dogs. I did like Wildlands. It fits my playstyle. Also like Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfare, and Future Soldier. Those were really cool too. Yeah, I always enjoyed how you could command your team, and I guess you could still do that with your friends. But usually at some point it just ends up being like a big shootout, instead of like all the flanking that you used to have to do. like all the military strategies you had to employ, stuff like that was really cool. And whenever you did that and managed to make it through a shootout, that was always really fun. Same with Rainbow Six, you have to approach a situation from a certain way, like throw a flashbang in a room and then have people charge in through the windows or the door or whatever it is. Stuff like that was really cool, having a plan going forward. Yeah. But as far as worst games, I'm trying to think of one that I just really didn't like. I just think Ubisoft is slipping a little bit on some of their games, some of their stories, or some of their gameplay.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I see we're looking at Guardians of Middle Earth here.
Yep, I had to look at that. I bought it in 2014.
I did too. I did too. Aaron, maybe me and you should download this. Maybe me and you can bring it back.
I know. Yeah, we'll be the two that bring.
Actually,
it back.
I downloaded this when it came out. I downloaded it on August 21st, 2013. Oof.
Rainbow Six games were hard back in the day. I struggled with Lone Wolf back on PS1. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Dude, the terrorist hunts used to be really hard, even in the Vegas games. Like if you played those on realistic, they were really difficult.
They really were. I was an achievement hunter.
Yeah.
So when I had an Xbox, I tried to get all the achievements. One of them was to do it on hard. And under I think 5 minutes, man, that was the hardest thing ever. Me and my friend, we went back and did that, and we're like, man, this is hard. He died, and then we had to start all over. I died, you start all over. I accidentally threw a grenade, killed both of us, start all over. Bam, it's just proof. They were hard, man. They were really hard.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, here's a question for you. What made you want to do the Streamer Nexus?
Oh, okay. Well, we were in a different group before, and I was one of the admins, and several of the people in this group were in it too, and like it just kind of felt like everybody was just supporting the people at the top, and the people at the top weren't like visiting anyone's streams. Like I was the only admin that was like coming by and like, hey, what's up, man? Oh, it's great to see your stream. And they're like, and everybody were like, they were just like, you're the only one that comes by and chats with us and asks us like what we want the community to be like and stuff like that. And because I'd worked with a lot of political campaigns, I put all that experience of consulting with candidates and, getting people's opinions and doing all the phone banking and stuff that you have to do, like all that kind of stuff. I just think of it this way with all the streamers, like you're not really managing all these streamers, but you're just like touching base with them, making sure that everything's okay, if they need help with something, and just like connecting them with other streamers in the group that you see like people might be compatible, stuff like that. And that group just kind of started falling apart, and I felt like I didn't really have my voice heard when I brought issues forward or had ideas or something. Like it always got shot down, like a 2 to 3 or 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 or something like that when we had 4 mods. And so I left, and a lot of people came with me because nobody else really reached out to them or cared for them. And I think it was Crazy Red Boy that was asking me. He was like, you should start your own group. And I was like, I don't want to start like a group with just my name on it or something. I don't want to be like a, big ego group. But after a while, I started seeing that, like I don't want to lose all these people because we've all met, we've grown close, we all support each other now. And so I eventually decided to start a Discord and get get the group going off the ground, and gradually we've kind of grown from there and just come up with lots of fun ideas to support each other. We got the podcast, we got the weekly spotlight, and we've got all these people all over the world now that we're connecting with, and that's incredible. Like the amount of support we have here, and how people will just show up in other people's streams without you having to like beg them or tell them to. Like everybody just genuinely discovers each other in the group, and they start liking each other, and you just go into someone's chat, you go into Joey's stream, and all of a sudden Joe's in there and Jesse's in there, and all these other people in the group, they're already there hanging out. So I mean,
yeah,
it's super cool.
Yeah, I like seeing that. I like, just I think I'm watching you, or I think I'm watching El Talk. Randomly, I'm like listening to the stream. I'm like, wait, is that Aaron I hear in the background?
Yeah.
And you guys are all playing Destiny 2. I'm just like, man, what is this?
We're always there.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, I just want to play some like Destiny 2 now. Like you guys, are a reason I would play Destiny for, just get on there. You're like, heck yeah, let's get on and play.
It's so much fun. When you have friends, it's a really great game.
Yeah, I gotta thank Zenny for this, because Zenny, he was one who like referred me to like, hey, join the Streamer Nexus, man. I did, man. I love awesome guy. I am really glad I met everybody here in Streamer Nexus. Everybody here is really awesome, and everyone just here is just represented or represents everything you go by, but not just you, but a lot of people in other communities that represent the same thing.
Yeah.
I think you and everybody here does a great job. That is something that's awesome,
Yeah, it's incredible. It's so cool that we've been able to do this, and we've come this far in about a year, just a little over a year's time. Mm-hmm, and we got a little over 50 people in the group, and it feels really close knit, and everybody's kind of getting to know each other. There's still some people that haven't met, but this stuff like this really helps unite people and get them excited about either getting to know someone new or being on the show themselves. And this is a really cool way to just sort of let everyone get to know you a little bit and get excited about your stream and maybe want to play games with you someday, stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. I know here. Yeah, of course, definitely. I know here recently I'm gonna what I'm planning to do a little bit more is to kind of some Overwatch streams, kind of some Fallout 76 and Battlefield streams.
Yeah.
Kind of get some people to play. Because I know last time we talked about, hey, let's play Overwatch. And I'm like, you know what? I know a lot of people from Streamer Nexus have Overwatch. We should totally get together sometime, play Overwatch, play some random heroes, play, quick play, do all this stuff, kind of just relax, chill out, get to know each other, all this stuff. And not only that, but Ash is coming out, and I love that character already. So heck yeah, it'd be awesome,
I'm excited about that too.
Definitely, yeah. And then that's what I'm planning to be doing recently. I'm going to do that giveaway for Battlefield 5. And if anyone has Fallout 76, you guys are more than welcome to join. I hear that honestly, you can make the Fallout 76 servers private. You can have your own private server, so you can just play with friends. So that's honestly a cool thing.
I like.
I didn't know that until my girlfriend told me, and I thought I looked up everything, but I guess I did not. So
yeah.
Oh, so that's something cool.
I'm excited about that game as well. I think we're gonna have a great time with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's Fallout. You can't go wrong. I can't wait until one day Aaron decides to accidentally shoot a mini nuke at my face.
Oh.
I can just record it and play it back with NVIDIA, just slow motion it. You're like, oh man.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I really do think it's gonna be fun. So it's gonna be great. Get a PC, Joe. Someday, you will play with us, my good friend.
Yeah.
All right.
All in good time.
I don't know if anybody knows this here, but I actually sold my console for a little bit extra. Yeah, I sold my console for a little bit extra cash. I did.
Yeah.
I was times are hard. And I'm I can't keep buying games for my console and my PC. Times are hard, so I had to sell my console, and I did that, for some extra cash to help us out. And in due time, Joe, you will get one when you get some extra cash flow going. I'm sure you'll save one. You'll save up for one, and I'll be glad to play with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a lot of people. Now that I have
Right.
one, I'm really excited.
Same here. It's funny because I got mine a little bit. I think I got mine a little bit after May or March, May or like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but I think I've had my PC. I think about a year, about a year almost. Yeah, a year and a half maybe.
Wow.
Maybe less. I'm not quite sure. Shoot, because God, it's been a while, man. It's been a while, and I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up for you. See how long.
Yeah. It's
But man,
been.
I'm still new to this. I got another PC to help with streaming because the first PC I got it I was really afraid of building it. I really didn't want to break any parts and spend all this money and be like, oh, I put this part in the wrong part and the Lego piece didn't stick and I thought it was the right Lego piece and it wasn't.
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
feel it. So I decided to have my friend help me out. Once again, Coco, this guy's like my right hand man. This guy, awesome. He helped me out. I'm like, hey, do you think you can go on iBuyPower and like kind of like set it just a PC up? Because at first I was just gonna stream on console. Just gonna have capture card just hooked up to the computer, do it like
Yeah.
that. I was so psyched. I did it for so long, and then my friend's like, "Oh, just get this game. Let's get PUBG. Let's play PUBG on PC." I did. I got more into PC gaming. I was like, man. Now when I play PC games on it, I mean it's good. It's good to play PC games on it, but in the end, streaming and playing the games together like was just really it was a lot of issues with it, and I decided to get another PC. Like my friend actually gave me this PC because he wasn't using it and he was having a hard time selling it.
Oh
And
man.
I still give him some money for this. Honestly, on the side, I'm like, hey, I know you gave me a computer and here's $100. This is like, it's just a little bit of something. I'll thank you for it. And he gave me this PC, much better than mine. So now I'm trying to figure out the technical issues between streaming computer and then the gaming computer. There's just some small issues there, but I'll figure it out in due time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heck yeah. Joe, definitely have someone help you.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm sorry. I'm kind of afraid with some things, like especially with doing new things. So I mean, I can send you a bunch of videos that Coco sent, kind of learn how to help you build it, kind of some things you can do, some things you should do.
Yeah.
But man, I'm just really afraid. Once I get that going, I'm scared.
I definitely had someone helping me and telling me where to put stuff and like the order to build everything. Like I thought that was really logical the way he laid it out, and we actually streamed it, so that was really cool.
Nice.
So it's something I
That's
can
awesome.
look back on because I had a really great time building the computer, and he was just watching me on stream and telling me what to do. And as soon as I finished building, I was like, I want to build another one. I was like, why? I don't know what I would do with another PC, but I was like, I want to build another one.
All right.
Even though I don't have money. Ugh.
I think Coco would probably be the same way. I haven't built one yet. I mean, I've now because of all the videos he showed me, I've definitely learned a bit more. I've know a little bit more stuff. So definitely I think I would want to try to build one. It would probably take me hours because I'd be so scared, and Coco would be so frustrated with trying to tell me, hey, no, this part, and I'd probably be grabbing random pieces because I didn't know what part he'd be talking about. But honestly, that's what I hear. I think that's the fun. That's everything I hear. Managing your wires, putting it all together, and then once you finish, you turn it on. It just works. You're just like, yes,
yeah,
awesome.
That was the greatest feeling, actually, when it all lit up and everything worked and it came up on the screen. I was like, yes, we did it right. First try.
Oh, man. Definitely, and we'll have to try it at some point. Definitely do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I have another question for you. Who would be a streamer you'd recommend to see? Like someone you look up to, or say somebody that's new to Twitch. Who would you recommend?
I think for a while there, like from outside the group, outside of our community, I would always tell people to look at like Man versus Game. I always thought he was really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And you know, he would just be playing like Dark Souls or something. You know, he'd stick to one game, he'd play through it. You know, and often on a pretty hard difficulty, he'd play a lot of games. But his goal was just to, you know, completely complete games, and he always had a really good chat and a good presence over his chat. You know, he would speak with them, and he would, you know, always acknowledge people that were hosting or following and stuff like that. And it seemed like he had a good example for like a good setup and, you know, proper alerts and proper mods and stuff like that. And it kind of helped me figure out what I wanted to do with my stream. But I think once we got this community up off the ground, I ended up meeting baggers through Jazzy and a couple other people.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met him, I saw like how he has his family involved in his stream, and you know, just this humor and presence that he has, and how he has all these fun little games that chat can do, and little pop-ups that show up on screen that chat can trigger, and just so many funny, cute things, and the fact that he had his community built around, you know, Fortnite, to where it wasn't really like, hey, watch me play Fortnite. It was like, hey, come be part of the fun. Let's all play Fortnite together. And he would just rotate people in and out, you know, occasionally play other games like Destiny and stuff. And I just thought that was a really good example, and he had such a positive attitude. And most people try to hide their families when they stream. Like, most of the time we're like, you know, get out of here. Like, this is my stream time. But, like, you know, if his little daughter comes up, or if his wife comes up, you know, she becomes part of the stream, and people get really excited. And so, I don't know, I just think that positive attitude, you know, and I don't think I've ever seen him handle anything poorly. You know, even when trolls come in, you know, he just respects people and, you know, lays down the law and stuff. But I think that's what I look for in streamers, is just certain amount
laying
of
down
kindness
the law
and respect for others, and laying down the law. But I thought that was really cool. So I mean, I would probably say him. He would.
Yeah,
be
he's an awesome, funny guy. Oh my god! Oh, that I also love his mustache.
I geek
funny...
out. Yeah, when I watch him.
No, yeah, I mean, he's really cool, dude. Definitely. Honestly, I think it's people like him. I'm gonna say Dr. Disrespect for this one part.
Okay.
Because of his mistake that had happened a while ago. He's up and said, hey, you know, this happened in the community. I'll be back to streaming later on. And, you know, everybody was like, oh, he did this, he did that. You know, obviously mistakes happen. And I think after that, his wife is now more into in streaming into his community now. She's more into it. And like she's into some of the videos and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool. That definitely people like baggers should definitely be known for that. And even now, Dr. Disrespect now kind of shows a little bit more for the, you know, hey, definitely always involve your family, because it's that small little time, or even if it's your own different persona, that you're somehow pulling away from, you know, your family, your life here. And, you know, it's you know, small little mistakes that happen that happen. You know, I think that's awesome. Yeah. And that's something what I did with my girlfriend. I never pushed her away, you know, but that's something like I want to pull her in a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of, so obviously, like, you know, we did the emote for her, you know, every now and then comes in, like on Halloween, she worked and she showed her little costume. I think she was a skeleton or something. She was Jack Skeleton, but the female version.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what she was for Halloween. So we showed that to the stream, and, you know, she occasionally pops up. And I don't know if you've seen the Discord, but my label on the Discord, it's Dad, and she is Mom. So apparently, you know, I switched the. I used to have just followers, and now we named it where I'm Dad, she's Mom, and then, you know, people who are part of the community are children, and then we got like streamers, and we got, you know, obviously my brother Gabe, you know, my right hand guy, you know. So it's like we like kind of introduced a little bit of everything to that, and it's, you know, it honestly, you know, Bagger's like you said, he's a really cool dude, funny guy. I like that he has his family involved, and he's really fun. Yeah, I like watching him.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see if we can knock out a few more questions and call it a night.
All right.
If any video game character could be your friend, which one would it be and why?
Oh, God, man. Which one would it be? How many games have I played? A lot.
That's the hardest part. Yeah. And like, how many of those
Man.
people would actually be good friends? You know,
Right?
it sounds like Crash Bandicoot would just make a really big mess spinning around the place and
Right?
breaking
It's like, Jesus.
stuff. So
You can't have any furniture near Link because try some rupees or something. Link,
yeah.
stop it.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
can't have any pots or plates or anything. He'll break all that.
Man, that's a hard one. That is actually a really tough one because I love a lot of characters, I'm gonna say Joel from Last of Us.
Oh yeah, that would be that's a really good choice. Yeah, that hasn't come up
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, yeah, I love the series. I got to. I think he overall he'd be like that dad, he'd be like that dad kind of figure of a character, that kind of figure of a friend, and he's great all around. He'd be someone to watch your back, and even though you totally annoy him, he'll be like, we're fine,
He's got some good
He'd be,
qualities.
yeah, he's got a lot of good qualities that he tries to hide. So
There
I
you go.
think he'd be awesome. Well, what did you pick? I want to know I want your friend.
Yeah, I mean, I think last time we were talking like with like Laura Croft or Max Payne or something like that. Like it'd be fun to have a friend that's like really adventurous and knowledgeable. You know, someone that would make your life really interesting. So some of those video game characters like that, I think would be really cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think I'd like that. But yeah, I think that's unique in saying like Joel, because that's more than just that's really just about the quality of what that friend would be like. That's so cool.
Heck yeah, and not only that, but you'd be able to survive a zombie apocalypse with him.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. Help you out.
that is a big perk. Yeah.
Yeah, although
Oh,
I'm
Sam
going
Fisher.
to
Yeah.
cry.
You know what? That would probably be the one because he's
Sam
another father
Fisher.
figure too. You know.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
And he's like a total badass. Like, wow.
Joe, if I find out you don't cry to us too, we're not going to be friends, Joe, because I don't know what happens to him. No one knows yet.
Yeah.
Something
dude.
happens, it's been teased. And the developers have said they're not afraid to throw everything off the wall. Like they said,
Oof.
get ready for your loved ones to be crushed. It's literally what they said, man. And I'm like, they're gonna kill Ellie in the end, maybe, or they're gonna have Joel die some like heroic death. He's gonna protect her or whatever, or maybe like you'll see him like passing like of old age. Who knows? Like you don't know. We don't know. It's
I kept thinking that all through the first one. I was like, oh no, something bad's gonna happen.
I do like the cat.
No,
That's
please.
the suspense going through the whole thing, dude. I cried in the end of Last of Us. I will be honest. I shed tears. I'm like, man, my little brother watched me play it and he cried. I'm just like, dude, this is a great game.
It really is.
Man.
It's one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't spoil games. That's a good idea. Yeah. Let's not get into spoiler territory because
all right.
Never too late with a game like that. That game is so amazing. If you haven't played it yet, like honestly, what are you doing? Like go play it. Go play it right now. Buy a PS4. Anything else before we wrap things up?
Yeah, actually, kind of going back a little bit to what I've said before about about how feeling where you take your streaming direction, where you take your stream.
Yeah,
definitely everyone grows. Everyone grows. I'm gonna say everyone grows. If you stay consistent, if you keep streaming what you stream, everyone grows. If you have someone brand new and that they become bigger than you, they're and that. Just remember, hey, everyone grows at their own pace. It happens, it's okay. Don't be jealous of, to your friend. Don't be jealous to somebody. It's good. You have your community, you have friends. It's always the best thing to wish for. And that's happened to me. It's happened to me a couple of times. I've gotten jealous.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, why, like, I've been streaming for so long, and et cetera, et cetera. But it's taking the time to see what you can improve on, and see what you can do differently, stuff like that. And just don't let it eat at you, man. Don't let streaming eat at you. Streaming is a hobby, and keep it as a hobby. No one should think of it as a job, because I feel, because I think I tried to do it once, and once you think of it as a job, I think it takes the fun out of it.
I think it
think
does.
it definitely
Yeah. A
does.
lot of the fun goes away.
So definitely, Joe, Taco, Aaron. I mean, like, just take care of yourselves. Life stuff always happens first. If you stop streaming for that reason, no worries.
Yeah.
You guys take care of yourself first. Take care of your friends. That's all the best thing I can say, and just kind of, relax and just kind of let things be. Just do what you can do best and row at your own pace. It's not a race.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's something I learned early on, was like not to focus too much on all the statistics and the numbers, and like comparing yourself to other streamers, and trying to, like, look down on them, because oh, you didn't have to earn all these followers, you've just come in and stolen them from me or something like that. Like, that's never a good way to look at things. And it never ends well to compare yourself like that to others. If the only time you should compare yourself is just to look at other people and see, like, oh, wow, that's a really cool idea, I'd like to try that. Or, oh, that's something I wouldn't do, like, maybe I should try this. Just look at streamers as inspiration. Look at them as friends and people to connect with. Don't look at them as a business opportunity to increase your followers by being with certain streamers or something like that.
Of course, and also go into the sleeping. You can't sacrifice sleep either, man.
Yeah.
So you can't. I mean, that was right off the bat out of your streamers health. Definitely get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, always rest up, because you cannot lose sleep. But like I said, if there's a day where you're working hard, then you're hanging out with family and you're thinking, hey, I got 2 hours left to stream. I can stream. Just relax. It's okay. I mean, today I took a day off of streaming.
Exactly.
Kind of relax and just chill. You can always have that. And because I used to be a guy, every time I'd get on, all right, stream, bam, could stream 8 hours, 12 hours, and then I'm kind of like, no, not anymore. I stream probably 4 hours is probably my average. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I think you should have, and absence makes the heart grow fonder too. So, like, it is nice to have those shorter streams. That way people can actually get hyped for the next time that you're on.
Exactly.
Like, if you're streaming all the time, then they're just like, like, that's why I don't watch Bob Ross all the time, because he's always on. I know I can always come and watch him. But,
exactly.
So, like, if he went away for a bit, I'd be really sad. But then next time he came on, I'd be like, oh, I gotta catch him. So
right, exactly.
So that.
Not only that, but I've met a few streamers or ex streamers that quit streaming because once again, going back to the jealousy thing, they quit streaming. They're like, I just think I couldn't grow enough, et cetera, and so I stopped. Or the people that are just like, I quit streaming. I quit streaming because for this and this reason, and it's okay. Just take your time off. You don't have to burn yourself out.
Exactly.
It's okay. It's gonna be great. When you come back, you're energized. You're like, yes, let's go. You show all this energy when you play games, and you're back, and you see all these reactions. You're like, yeah, let's do it. I've done it myself. I've taken a break. I've taken a week. I've taken a couple of days. It's great. It feels good.
It's helpful, yeah. Because it's rough when you're low on energy, and then you get kind of irritable as well.
Yep.
When you're streaming. So when you come back with that good positive energy, that really shows.
Yep. But thank you for having me, Aaron.
Dude.
Thank you, everybody, for coming by.
Thank you for coming on the show. Guys, check out ThySlaughterBros. Let me give him a little shout out right here. Try to support him as much as you can this week. He's a really cool guy. If you didn't catch the whole podcast, you can always check it out here on Twitch, or you can check out our YouTube streamer_Nexus, and you can always rewatch it there. We'll have it up in a few minutes, but just try to support him as much as you can this week. Show up in his stream, host him if you can. Get to know him. Jump in the chat there, and if you happen to have a game and that you'd want to play with him, or if he's asking to play with viewers, get in there and jump in and play, because he's really all about connecting with people in his community, and I think this is a really good chance for you to get in there and be a part of that. But I'd like to thank everybody that stopped by. I'd like to thank Slaughter for showing up, and I hope we can give him a real good week this week, and even in the future as well.
Thank you, and thank you once again.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great night. Let's see if we can raid someone real quick, if someone on the community is on right now.
Ooh, a raid. I like raids.
Yeah. Could get a little raid going here.
Heck yeah, let's see. Who is on it?
We got Jassy and Simero. Simero is playing Overwatch, and Jassy is playing some Just Cause 3. Should stream Dragon's Dogma. I'm looking at it on Steam right now. I think it's like $30 on Steam.
Yes, Joe, definitely he should. He definitely should.
I might have to get that, because you got me all hyped up on it.
I'm telling you, I'm glad I saw that conversation, and I'm
glad that you got Joe into it, like, even more,
Heck yeah, man. I was so glad. I think I honestly even put a lot of enthusiasm into his tweets. If I remember, I was typing so much, I'm like, I should stop.
Overhyping it.
Yep.
I think let's jump in and surprise Jassy. She's streaming a little bit of Just Cause 3. Let me make sure I got her Twitch name right. Oh, no, she took out the 94. That's my bad. I paid $15 for it on disc on console. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I might look around and see if I can find it marked down a little cheaper. Just get a CD key,
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your support. We will see you guys next week with another episode. In the meantime, support ThySlaughterBros, and have a good night, everyone. Bye.